Let's head to Las Vegas for the 2020 Pro Players Cup, PPA Championship near court. Belinda Zbinden, Vivienne David, and on the top of the screen, Catherine Parenteau, and there's Lucy Kovalova.
5-4-1.
Let's watch this point
And a much
in
needed
its
side out,
entirety,
5-4 on
and
the
then
one.
we'll break it down. All right, I love points where the momentum really switches. Let's take a look right here. Did you notice Zbinden calling for a switch? That open palm typically means I am going to cross after you hit this return of serve. Her partner, Vivienne David, would acknowledge that. So here's the return, there's the switcheroo, and David gets the ball, which is what they wanted. I like switching as opposed to stacking because it adds a little bit of uncertainty for the opponents. You start in a normal position, sometimes you switch, sometimes you stay. It's a little less predictable than the old stack. All right, so a lot of good dinking here. Check this out. What makes a good dink? Well, a dink is not a shot that's really designed to win you the rally, but it's more a shot to keep you out of trouble. And if you're forcing your opponents to hit up, they can't really hit that hard and still keep the ball in play. So a good dink forces an upward hit. This is not a good dink, and Catherine Parenteau, notice how she gets the ball at net height or maybe just above. This means she can hit on a straight forward trajectory rather than having to hit up, and that spells trouble for Zbinden and David. Now look how they back up here. They know that they're going to be in trouble. They know they need to buy themselves time. So backing up to play from three-quarter court, such a pro move. You need to be able to play from this position in the court if you want to be a strong player. They defend from this position until they get what they want, and that is forcing an upward hit from Parenteau. Has a chance to move forward again, but then they send the ball a little bit too high. Parenteau attacks once more, as she's so good at doing. So Zbinden and David have to defend a little bit more often until they finally get that low ball, which allows them to come forward. And look at this, they're back in position at the non-volley line. And from here, the scales are now even. David waits for that ball that's just slightly too high from Kovalova, and what does she do? She attacks on that straight trajectory right at the backhand off the edge of the paddle of Kovalova. Let's watch this point again. This point is such a good example of the need to be able to play defense and how if you can play defense well, you can turn that into offensive opportunities. David and Zbinden do a great job of that here, getting back to that three-quarter court, hitting the good defensive shots that forces an upward hit. They can come forward and they can turn the tables on Kovalova and Parenteau. I'm Mark Renneson. This is another PPA Hot Shot, and this was brought to you by Pickleball Cocktail.
I can't believe it. Ben didn't clean the whiteboard.